The 2017 Aston Martin Vantage GT8. Earlier, in April of 2016, we found out that Aston Martin was planning to launch a race-focused version of the V8 Vantage. It will be offered as the GT8 and will follow in the footsteps of the GT12, a limited edition, track-ready version of the V12 Vantage. The rumor was immediately confirmed by a prototype that showed up on the Nurburgring. Only a few days have passed since then and Aston Martin unveiled the Vantage GT8. Looking very similar to the V12-powered GT12 model, the GT8 confirms that Aston Martin is set to launch significantly more track-ready vehicles in the future. Word has it that the GT8 will be one of 2 limited edition cars to be unveiled in 2016, so there's another exciting model to expect from the Brits by the end of the year. Back to the sports car in question, it's essentially a road-going version of the V8 Vantage GTE race car and joins the GT12, which is a road-legal variant of the GT3 spec model. We long held the desire to create a road car that truly reflects our racing activity at Le Mans. With the Vantage GT8, we've finally been able to achieve that. By focusing on weight savings and aerodynamics, we've taken the V8 Vantage to an entirely different level of agility and aggression. "It's a hugely exciting car honed to the keenest possible edge," said David King, Director of Special Projects and Motorsport. Aimed at the likes of the Porsche 911 GT3, the Aston Martin GT8 will hit the market in limited numbers. Find out more about that in our full review below. Updated April 15, 2016, Aston Martin dropped the official details for its new Vantage GT8 Special Edition. Continue reading to find out more about the Aston Martin Vantage GT8. Exterior. While the GT12's side skirts bear a close resemblance to the ones seen on the FIA spec race car, the GT8's extensions are less aggressive and lack the massive vents that feed air to the rear brakes. As expected after seeing the prototype in action on the Nurburgring track, the GT8's aggressive body kit is nearly identical to the GT12. Although the vented hood is nowhere near as menacing as the GT12's, the front bumper is very similar, featuring a wider lower grille and a slightly different two-piece splitter. The differences between the two are more obvious on the sides. While the GT12's side skirts bear a close resemblance to the ones seen on the FIA spec race car, the GT8's extensions are less aggressive and lack the massive vents that feed air to the rear brakes. The wheels, on the other hand, are identical to the V12 car and shave a few pounds off the GT8's curb weight. However, the 7-spoke magnesium rollers seen in the photos are optional, with the standard package including 5-spoke alloys. Around back, the GT8 is also less aggressive than the GT12. The wing is smaller and the diffuser lacks the vertical fins of the V12 model. The GT12 is definitely the more race-oriented sports car, but the GT8 is quite menacing to look at when compared to the stock V8 Vantage. Much like the GT12, the GT3 received halo exterior colors with striking accents. 3 combinations are offered: China Grey with blue accents, Stratus White with green accents, and Sterling Green with lime accents. The secondary color highlights the grille, front bumper, side mirrors, rear wing, spoiler, and diffuser. The GT8's exterior also sports numerous carbon fiber components such as the grille surround, lower bumper, side skirts, rear bumper, and diffuser. Other weight-reducing components include a carbon fiber roof, polycarbonate rear screen and rear side windows, and a titanium exhaust. Interior. Just like the more powerful GT12, its dashboard, steering wheel, and seats are wrapped in Alcantara, while the center stack is made from carbon fiber and finished off with leather sides. The GT8 comes with a unique interior that brings together elements seen in the race-spec Vantage GTE and some of the luxury features usually found in a road-going Aston Martin. Just like the more powerful GT12, its dashboard, steering wheel, and seats are wrapped in Alcantara, while the center stack is made from carbon fiber and finished off with leather sides. Both the seats and the center console are highlighted by white stitching, which provides a striking contrast for the black and dark gray surfaces. The carbon fiber seats have manual adjustment, a weight-saving measure, and GT8 lettering on the headrests. The standard door panels have been replaced by carbon fiber elements with fabric latches. But, despite using so many features that are more common to the race-spec Vantage GTE, the GT8 remains genuinely road-usable thanks to an air conditioning system, 160-watt audio system, and Aston Martin's latest ME3 infotainment. That's a pretty cool package, but I can't help wonder how much lighter the GT8 would be without those convenience features. Drivetrain. The GT8 should sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 4.3 seconds, a 0.3 improvement compared to the V8 Vantage S. The GT8 gets its juice from the naturally aspirated 4.7-liter V8 offered in every V8 Vantage model. However, Aston Martin bumped the output from 430 to 440 horsepower. Torque remained unchanged at 361 pound-feet. There are no performance specs available as of this writing, but given the extra 10 ponies, the 220-pound lighter curb weight, and the enhanced aerodynamics, the GT8 should sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 4.3 seconds, a 0.3 improvement compared to the V8 Vantage S. Transmission choices include a 6-speed manual and a 7-speed SportShift 2 with paddle shifters. Aston Martin was rather brief with the details, but did mention that the GT8 has a super sharp chassis tuned for track-focused agility. Stopping power comes from an upgraded braking system while the wheels are shod with Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires for enhanced grip. Prices. Pricing for the Vantage GT8 starts from £165,000, which converts to around $233,900, that's a significant £55,000, about $77,970 increase compared to the V8 Vantage S, but at the same time it's a full £85,000, around $120,530 more affordable than the bonkers GT12. Production is limited to only 150 units. That's 50 more than the GT12, but low enough for the sports car to sell out in a matter of weeks. Deliveries will commence in the fourth quarter of 2016. Competition. Porsche 911 GT3. The 911 GT3 is arguably the most iconic race car for the road you can buy nowadays and a tough competitor for the Vantage GT8. Although the current model is sold out since 2015, Porsche is preparing an updated car for 2017. The coupe will feature the same aerodynamic body with modified bumpers and the massive rear wing, and an updated version of the naturally aspirated 3.8-liter flat-six. With current output at 475 horsepower, the upgraded version could benefit from nearly 490 horses. Not only more powerful than the Vantage GT8, the 911 GT3 is also significantly quicker, needing only 3.2 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour. This figure should remain the same with the upcoming model, as will the 195 mph top speed. Expected to fetch $140,000 before options, the 911 GT3 will also be the more affordable proposition. Find out more about the Porsche 911 GT3 here. McLaren 570S Sprint. The 570S Sprint has yet to be unveiled, but it is scheduled to arrive later in 2016, just in time for the Vantage GT8. Based on the new McLaren 570S, which was developed as a competitor for the 911 Turbo, the Sprint will bridge the gap between the road-going car and the GT4 spec racer. It will use the same twin-turbo, 3.8-liter V8 and, although output is still a mystery, it should have just enough to complete the 0 to 60 mph sprint in under 4 seconds and hit a top speed in excess of 190 miles per hour. Conclusion. The Vantage GT12 turned quite a few heads when it was launched in 2015, and Aston Martin earned a lot of praise for offering a road-going version of its GT3 spec race car. Based on that alone, the Vantage GT8 seems like a great idea. Built on the same recipe, but fitted with a V8 engine, the GT8 should be nearly as spectacular as the GT12 on the track. Of course, to V8 enthusiasts it will be the jewel of the Aston Martin crown, despite being slower and less powerful. Speaking of performance, the GT8 won't be able to match the 911 GT3's acceleration, but it will enjoy a more exclusive production run and will likely become a prized collectible in the near future, something the Porsche will take longer to attain. All told, the GT8 is the lightest, quickest, and most powerful V8 Vantage to date, 3 feats that will grant it a place in the history books. Love it. Quickest, lightest V8 Vantage in history. Race spec aerodynamics and drivetrain likely to become a collectible as soon as it leaves the factory. Leave it very, very expensive, significantly slower than the Porsche 911 GT3, likely already sold out. Spy shots. April 13, 2016. Aston Martin GT8 testing at Nurburgring.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.